would say that I have in mind 5 different people. I think they're excellent. I'll announce whoever it will be at the convention.
Well, that was Donald Trump and O'Reilly last night describing a search for a running mate. In the interview with the Associated Press, Trump said that he wants a running mate with deep political experience. While he would not provide a full list of names, he did not rule out New Jersey Governor Chris Christie or former Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich. And tonight, Gingrich is announcing his endorsement of Donald Trump on Hannity. Here's a sneak peek.
I endorse Donald Trump. I'm going to work very hard for the Republican nominee. I didn't get involved at that level prior because I had very good friends. John Kasich's a great personal friend of mine. Ted Cruz ran a great campaign. And I tried to be an objective observer.
You can see the entire interview tonight at 10 p.m. on Fox News. Joining me now to discuss, though, Kathy Taylor, Steve Rogers, and Lisa Booth. Lisa, let me start with you. The plot continues to twist. We know there are 5 or 6 core candidates, but the outer list apparently continues to expand. About an hour ago, Tom Cotton saying he would be open to the idea.
Hi, Charles. Well, it's interesting. I mean, look, I think that Donald Trump, he's been completely unorthodox. This is a guy who has absolutely turned the political system upside down. I just find it so interesting that some of the names that have been on the table are folks like Speaker Gingrich and or Chris Christie, and not because they're not esteemed, not because they haven't accomplished a lot, but just the fact, if you look at Hillary Clinton, if you look at some of the folks that she's been considering, she's looking at African Americans, she's looking at Hispanics, she's looking at people that hail from states like Ohio, and Virginia. And so she's looking at the demographics, she's looking at races, she's looking at sexes and putting those different political factors in play. And here's Donald Trump, and Donald Trump's going to do whatever he wants to do. Obviously, he said that he's going to look for someone with political experience, which I think is beneficial to him given the fact that that's where he has a huge void. Right. But I just think it's interesting how different the people that he has identified, or at least have been identified for him, are from that of Hillary Clinton's choices or people that have been identified for her.
Steve, you've been a Donald Trump supporter from the very beginning. Where do you think he should look? Who's the ideal match for Donald Trump?
Well, I've got to tell you, I'm looking at how many people jump on the train after you have a winner. In the case, that's true. In the case of Chris Christie, he didn't jump on the train because Trump's a winner. He jumped on the train because he wanted to help him become a winner. So when you look at, and I'm a Jersey guy, by the way, so that I just want you to know. But I think Governor Christie, to his credit, he may have taken a risk, all right, but it was a good choice, and I think maybe that would be wise to pick him. However, when you look at the geography, it may be a little difficult.
Right. I mean, I don't know that anyone thinks that the Republicans can win Jersey this time around. So do you take that into consideration? Someone who can deliver a state. Kasich probably would push him over Donald Trump, who's obviously right now outpolling Hillary Clinton in Ohio, but a Kasich on the ticket probably makes that a slam dunk.
Well, in a typical election with a typical candidate, as Lisa said, a Hillary Clinton, then you would look at those factors: states, demographics, background, race, for sure. But Donald Trump has proven that those things don't necessarily matter.
What do you think he wants?
I think what he needs is a good complement. He said he doesn't need another businessman, but I think he needs a good complement. And so right now there's a lot of talk about Newt Gingrich being top of the list. And there's probably very few people in this country who have as good of handle on political history and the political workings as Newt Gingrich. But also, and he's someone who's been very effective in Congress, but also has this kind of revolutionary, tough guy image. At the same time, he's a lot like Donald Trump, and he's kind of the political Donald Trump. And do you wonder if two peas in a pod so
But he's also a diplomat. He's a diplomat, and he's something of an ambassador to the party.
But that's a question.
But as Kathy, you bring up a real good point in a typical race. But when you look at Chris Christie and you look what the American people want, they want a leader. They want a guy that's going to stand up for what he believes in. And you know what? To the governor's credit, he's that guy.
All right, well, you know what? I'm going to agree with all of you and tell you it's someone we did not mention right now. Guys, we're going to come back later on, but I've got to share some breaking news right now with the audience.